Sairam students, today we are going to do revision on pronouns and kinds of pronouns, which is there in your New Voices textbook from page number 36 till page number 38. Along with this, we are also going to do unseen passage. So all of you be ready with your notebook, pen and with your New Voices textbook. Let us first start with pronouns and kinds of pronouns from your New Voices textbook, page number 36 till page number 38. Now, what is a pronoun? Pronoun is a word that replaces a noun in a sentence. Pronouns are used to avoid repeating the same nouns over and over again. It is a word that is used instead of a noun. Like for example, Hema is happy today. She got up very early in the morning. Now here, she is a pronoun. Pronouns are used to make sentences simpler and shorter. Now let's see what is relative pronoun. Relative pronouns are used to connect a clause or phrases to a noun or pronoun. We often see them when we need to add more information. Some relative pronouns are who, whom, which, whoever, that, and so on. Like for example, the boy who found your watch is outside. Now here, who is relative pronoun? As they show the relationship between the noun and the words following in the same sentence. Now let's see what is reflexive pronoun. Pronouns are called reflexive pronouns when the action of the verb turns back on the subject. Reflexive pronouns are usually objects of the verb. Like for example, I cleaned my room myself. Now here, the action that is cleaned, which is also verb here, it reflects on the subject. That is, the subject is also the object of the sentence. Now, there's an action that is passed, right? So students, a reflexive pronoun can never be used as the subject of the sentence. It is always used as the object of a verb. Now let's see emphatic pronouns. Pronouns that are used for emphasis are called emphatic pronouns. The word emphatic means emphasizing on something. Like for example, I myself cleaned the room. Now here, I am emphasizing that I myself have cleaned the room. Now students, we know examples for both reflexive and emphatic are myself, yourself, himself, and so on. Now, let's see an easy way to identify whether the sentence is reflexive or emphatic. Now, in this sentence, you may hurt yourself. Now, if you remove the word yourself and if it affects the sentence, that means it is reflexive. This means a reflexive pronoun can't be removed without affecting the core meaning of the sentence. If we remove yourself, it will affect the meaning of the sentence. Then the sentence is, you may hurt. So, we are not getting the meaning of the sentence, right? Now, another way to identify reflexive is ask question. You may hurt whom? And we get the answer yourself. So, we get the answer for whom. It is again reflexive. Now, in empathic, he himself said so. Now, if I remove himself, then the sentence will be he said so. Now, this sentence makes complete sense, right? Now, when we say he himself said so, it means we are giving more stress, we are giving more emphasis. So this is emphatic pronoun. Now let's see reciprocal pronoun. We use reciprocal pronouns when each of two or more subjects is acting in the same way towards the other. We use reciprocal pronouns to talk about their action. For example, the two friends shared a strong bond with each other. Now here, each other is reciprocal pronoun. Now students, open your New Voices textbook, page number 37, and let's solve this exercise. Now you are going to write the answer in your textbook itself. Complete these sentences using appropriate reflexive pronouns. Now the first one, I don't like eating by dash. The answer is myself. I don't like eating by myself. Then the next one, they amused themselves by watching the play. So the answer is themselves. Then the third one, our car comes home by dash. The answer is our car comes home by itself. Now the next one, boys, did you decorate the hall by dash? Now the answer is yourself. Boys, did you decorate the hall by yourself? Then, my aunt lives by dash. My aunt lives by herself. Then, did the two of you do this by dash? Did the two of you do this by yourself? Now students, let's solve this exercise which is there again in page number 37. Identify whether the highlighted pronouns in these sentences are reflexive or emphatic. Now the first one, I will paint it myself. Now here the subject I is also the object of the verb, right? So it is reflexive. Then the next one, the poor boy blamed himself. Now this is again reflexive. Then, you yourself are to be blamed for the mess. Now here, if I remove yourself, then the sentence will be, you are to be blamed for the mess. Now, this sentence makes sense, right? So, it is emphatic. Then, the next one, he hurt himself while playing. Now here, if I ask question, hurt whom? And we get the answer, himself. So this is reflexive. The girls themselves admitted to missing the dance class. Now this is emphatic. Now the next is, I cannot bring myself to tell a lie. Now here it is reflexive. The little pup opened the lid itself. Now here the subject is also the object of the sentence. So this is reflexive. Then they enjoyed themselves at the book launch. Now here if I remove themselves, then the sentence will be they enjoyed at the book launch. Now this sentence makes complete sense. Themselves is used for emphasis. Hence, it is emphatic pronoun. Then, the next is, he saw Jui make it herself. Now, this is reflexive. Then, the next is, you both have got yourselves enough bread. Now, this is reflexive. Now, students, let's complete this activity which is there in page number 38. Complete these sentences using appropriate relative pronouns. The first one, the parcel that she sent never reached me. Now here the answer is that. The parcel that she sent never reached me. Then the next one, my sister dash is a chef has gone to Delhi. Now here the answer is who? My sister who is a chef has gone to Delhi. Then the next one, we met the villagers dash houses were destroyed in the flood. Now here the answer is we met the villagers whose houses were destroyed in the flood. Then the next one. Is this the route dash we took last time? Then the answer is this the route which we took last time? Then this is the pub dash sleeps in the laundry basket. The answer is which? This is the pub which sleeps in the laundry basket. Then the next one. This is the book dash I bought yesterday. The answer is this is the book which I bought yesterday, or this is a book that I bought yesterday. Both are correct. Now let's complete the next activity. Complete these sentences using reciprocal pronoun. Now this is in page number 38. The first one. The thieves were all blaming dash for the robbery. The answer is the thieves were all blaming each other for the robbery. Then the team fought against dash. The team fought against each other. Then we gave dash gifts on Christmas. We gave one another gifts on Christmas. Then the next one is why don't you forgive dash? The answer is why don't you forgive one another? Then they can see dash. The answer is they can see each other. Then the dogs were barking at each other. Answer is each other. Alright. Now students, with this we have completed the revision as well as activity for pronouns and kinds of pronouns. Now let us start with unseen passage. Now students, in unseen passage you will be getting a passage something like this. And the first step is you will read the passage. After the emperor had left, a crowd of people came to see me. I was a novelty in that island because these people had never seen someone of my size before. Some of the tiny people aimed arrows at me. One arrow nearly shot into my eye. These people were handed over to me to punish as I pleased. To give them a fright, I pretended I was going to eat one of them, and I put the others in my pocket. When I took out my penknife, they were terrified, but I cut the cords of each of these tiny people and put them on the ground. People went to tell the emperor, who in return of my kindness to his people decided that I would not be killed. On the emperor's orders, 6 cows and 40 sheep were to be milked every day to provide me with milk. My clothes were to be made by 300 tailors, and I was to have 600 attendants to look after me. I was to be taught the local language by 6 teachers. Now students, we must keep certain points in our mind before we start answering the unseen passage question. The first is, read the passage quickly to have some general idea of the subject matter. Then, read the passage again and underline the important points. Then, read the question. Then, again read the passage and underline the portion where you feel the answer may be. Then, students, always remember, use complete sentences while answering a question. As far as possible, use your own words to answer the question. Now students, let's answer the following question. Why did a crowd of people came to see the author? So now, we will go to the passage again and we will read the passage and we will try to find the answer. After the emperor had left, a crowd of people came to see me. I was a novelty in that island because these people had never seen someone of my size before. Right? Now, we have got the answer. So what are we going to do now? We are going to write this answer in our own words and in complete sentence. So the answer is, a crowd of people came to see the author since he was considered a novelty in the island because of his huge size as compared to the tiny people of that nation. Now, let's look at the next question. Where did the arrow shoot the speaker? Now, again, we are going to read the passage and we will find the answer. One arrow nearly shot into my eye. Now, after finding the answer in the passage, we are going to frame the answer in a proper sentence. So the answer is, the arrow shot the speaker nearly into his eye. Then the next question is, how did the author frighten the people who were shooting arrows at him? Now again, we will go to the passage, we will read the important points which we have already marked, and then we will find the answer. I pretended I was going to eat one of them and I put the other in my pocket. Now, what am I going to do? I will frame the answer in a proper sentence. The author frightened the people who were shooting arrows at him by pretending that he was going to eat one of them and put the others in his pocket. Now, the next question is, how did the author terrify the little people? Now, again, we will go to the passage, we will find the answer, and then we will frame the answer in the own word. So the answer is, the author terrified the little people by taking out his penknife. Now, let's see the next question. What did the emperor decide? Now, again go to the passage, find the answer there. Then, after reading the passage, we find the answer somewhere here. The emperor, who in return of my kindness to his people decided that I would not be killed. On the emperor's order, 6 cows and 40 sheep were to be milked every day to provide him with milk. Alright? Now, then what are we going to do? Now, after finding the answer, we will frame the answer in our own words and in a proper sentence. Like, the emperor decided not to kill him. Instead, on emperor's order, 6 cows and 40 sheep were to be milked every day to provide him with milk. Then, the next is, write the words from the passage which means very small. Now, to find the answer for very small, again we will read the passage and we will find the answer somewhere here, that is tiny. Now, the next question is, what is the antonym of the word order? The answer is disorder. Now students, with this we have completed unseen passage. Alright, Saira.